last week on Discount Heroes.
The sky is losing its color. Things are becoming a little bit more drab looking.
Hey guys, stuff's get freaking weird.
You look up at the sky and see that a tremendous crack, as though in glass, has broken through the sky. You see strange brown tendrils like roots breaking through this apparent surface, snaking, coiling towards the ground. Wolves, birds of prey, snakes, and other predators rush towards the ground. They begin attacking everything that they see.
I'm gonna run in the direction of Andy.
What are you doing here, Nox? Why do you look so weird? She's probably at a hideout.
Everyone get in the hole. Think skinny.
We do, one by one.
A trio of wolves stalking towards that way. You stay away! So you snatch up Andy. The wolves have grown to an enormous size.
As he imagines this beautiful garden, flowers springing up everywhere. Andy, open your eyes. There's nothing to be afraid of.
The wolves, wherever they are, they're no longer here. You remember the place where we first met? I don't know why. I think that is where we need to go.
To turn into a huge camel.
How many humps?
6 humps.
It's almost like a wolf's den here. And at the base of the tree, you see one enormous, incredibly fat wolf.
Welcome to Discount Heroes.
Welcome to Discount Heroes, where questionable results are always guaranteed. We're a chaotic character and story-driven real play podcast. We're a group of 5 friends who've known each other for 16 plus years. We've played countless hours of questionable D&D, and now we're ready to share with you the game we love so much. My name is Brent. I'm the DM here. We've got 4 players here. Why don't you introduce yourselves and who you're playing for once?
My name is Tyler, and I am playing a camel. And don't look at my toe.
My name's Eric.
This is Jared playing the part of Dresser, the human barbarian.
No! I got pranked!
Hashtag got him!
Got him!
Ooh! Calm down, Ashton Kutcher. Jesus.
I feel as if I'm a fool now.
You just got goofed.
Oh. This is Gooman coming to you as Dimmerog, played by Aaron, and I'm on a hump. And I just got goofed.
And this is Matt, and I am Nox Longfoot, who is riding his lovely camel humps.
This is the first time I've ever been able to give 6 people a humps at a time.
No, it's not.
Definitely not the first time for 3 of us.
It's too many humps.
To be fair, I haven't tried.
All right. So we got a quick question for you guys this week. We've all had experiences in our childhood
Oh, God.
where we had to do something we didn't want to do, whether our parents made us or what. What's an example of something that your parents made you do that you hated or is otherwise funny?
Oh, this is an easy one. After I punched out a window, my parents made me go to the hospital. That was kind of bullshit.
How long were you there and how bad were you hurt?
I was fine.
He's got a horrible scar still to this day.
It was some stitches. They had to hold me down like I was a wild animal. I tried to bite the doctor.
Hold your wrist up. Ah. Ah.
Oh, it is serious.
It's just my gross arm.
Disgusting.
Why'd you do it?
I was trying to open it and it was stuck, So I was trying to hit it up, and I was, rolled a nat 1. Boom. Hand went the wrong way.
Something my parents made me do that I hated. Oh, go to school.
Ooh.
Like play baseball or something, which is my answer.
This one time I bullied a kid because I was an asshole. My dad made me go apologize, and I hated that. But it was a good life learning situation for me.
My dad taught me to be a better person. I hated it.
Yeah, so I never did that again, and honestly, I'm pretty thankful for that because it was very mean to do.
Who was it to?
It was a kid on my bus. I used to tell him, I'm going to let my dog out because he was terrified of dogs.
It doesn't seem that serious in a retrospect.
Oh, it is, though.
I assume it was bad, but
The kid would run home crying, and then he peed his pants. And then I got an ass whooping that I deserved, and my dad made me go to his house and apologize to him and his dad, which, looking back, I very much so respect, because it was a very mean thing to do. But I was like 8, so,
It doesn't sound all that bad, but if you've ever known somebody who is actually scared of dogs, usually there's a reason that they're scared of dogs.
Yeah, well, I was not 8. I was 26.
he was driving the school bus.
Yeah, I was driving the bus.
Hey, if you get out of your seat one more fucking time, I'm gonna bring my dog on the bus tomorrow.
Yeah, I did hate that, but well deserved. So thanks, Dad.
See, my parents made me ride a horse. I didn't like that. Oh, speaking of bus stories, this is not strictly relevant, but it's worth telling because I didn't realize how funny this was until many years later. Some of you have already heard the story, but Steven sat next to me on the bus. And I remember I was chatting with Steven, and then the guy in front of us turned around. He just whipped his head around, was like, "Hey, Steven, remember when we all pulled our dicks out and yours was the smallest?"
Oh my god.
And thinking on that now, I'm like, how devastated was Steven?
He's
Steven.
not alive. If we checked in, like,
No.
That was like 7th grade, so that was...
Crushing.
We should have just done best bus story.
Absolutely crushing.
That is the day I changed my name from.
Steven.
I was like, I cannot go by this anymore.
But one day I just thought of that like years later, and it was the funniest thing I'd ever thought of, that someone just was so mean.
I love how Tyler's story was like, I was a bully and my dad made me apologize, which was right. And Britt was like, this guy crushed this other kid's soul. It was amazing.
I hope he got over it, but he probably didn't. Maybe he was a grower.
let's stop talking about this boy's penis.
All right. Let's move on.
I can't think of anything. I mean, church,
You didn't have to play baseball or something, or...
funerals. I wanted to play baseball.
I didn't want to go to karate, but we got to play dodgeball at the end.
Why would you want to go to karate? You didn't get to learn karate?
Yeah, that part was lame. Dodgeball at the end? That was awesome.
Think about it now, though. If you could, like, do a flying kick through a board.
They were not teaching us 6-year-olds to do that.
No, but you got to start somewhere. Are you kidding me? You're 30.
This is Hoshindo. Our sensei's name was Steven.
Yeah, but you're not going to be Steven's senpai or whatever that is for 30 years.
Sensei, senpai, cherry pie,
Apple pie, blueberry pie.
a whole cake.
Pie crumble, pudding.
Please, guys, I'm getting hungry.
What you got, Jared?
My parents made me go to college and get a degree. I didn't want to, but I did it.
Has it been helpful?
It's also not really no.
Of
but,
course it hasn't. Let's speak to the youth of America here.
It's not a bad thing to have though.
If you're not going to learn computer science or doctoring or lawyering, don't go to school. Just go get a fucking job, which you're going to end up doing anyway.
I just pictured Jared. Dad, do I have to do it? Just every day.
And he's like, no, you're a fucking adult. It's like,
I literally can't make you. Oh, fine. Nah, they wanted me to, so I did it. Yeah. They're good people.
I've got a good bus story for another day.
Let's save it.
Should I just ask about buses next time?
Yeah, do that.
What you guys do on a bus?
Yeah, you was on a bus. What happened?
You could do a hijacked intro as Mr. Frizzle asking about bus stories.
His last name was if anyone wants to look him up.
No, we're taking that out.
I'm looking him up right now.
Oh shit, I found an obituary.
Oh my god, it's not. It is funny.
Thank you for subscribing to our Patreon, where you get all the cruelty.
Man with world's smallest penis dies.
After years of therapy, he finally got over it until he heard a podcast talk about him.
Those bastards.
Right back to the institution.
According to elementary school kids.
Steven, I hope you're doing all right out there.
Yeah, we love you.
Steven, I had nothing. I know I laughed at it back then, and I still laugh about it today. But it was not cool that they did
Hey,
that.
bud, to me, you have a big heart, and that's all that matters.
Keep your chin up, Pringles. All right.
All right. So last week, our intrepid adventurers struggled to get a grasp of their surroundings, having just encountered a past Andy in a seeming memory. Copes noticed the color began to drain from the surroundings. The familiarity of the area began to fade as the sky split with trees and reaching from it towards the ground. Wolves and other predators ran in and began consuming Andy's cherished memories. They fought their way through, found a memory of Kit, who led them to where he thought Andy was. But they found Andy cowering in fear from approaching predators, with them growing in size with every scream. Knox, with some quick thinking, conjured a peaceful image of treasured memory flowers. And this force of will seemed to calm Andy for a moment, leaving them safe. And after asking her, she seemed to know somehow where to lead our heroes. And so she did. She led them to an enormous wolf, fat on the memories that it had consumed. And that's where we find ourselves.
Copes was sneaking up as a camel.
Well, yeah.
I'm sorry, as a chameleon.
All right, so if you remember, I described around this majestic magnolia tree that is the first place that you met Andy. You see this fat wolf just sort of lounging around, having just finished consuming another meal, while other wolves seem to just lie in wait, almost as though eager for their opportunity to feast on what remains. They perk their heads up at you as you approach, though the large fat wolf pays you no mind and continues to eat. I don't like this, guys. This is a weird situation.
Hey, Kit. Dimrock here. Look, I know we just met, and
Yeah, nice to meet you.
yeah, nice to meet you. I love the tone of your voice. Is this just a friendly stranger compliment idea thing? I think, maybe sometime you should give out a southern thing a little bit of a try. I just hear it. I think it might suit you pretty well.
That's a strange thing to say to someone.
Yeah. You're right. Just think about it. Think about it. Just let it grow on you.
Okay. So good. I'm gonna look back at Kit. Kit, keep Andy safe back here. We'll take care of these guys. And I'm gonna hop off the camel and I'm gonna stride towards the big fat wolf. And I'm gonna slowly reach back to my back, pull Thrasher Rat forward, and I look at Thrasher Rat and I wink at him. And I go, fastball special time, and I chuck Thrasher Rat at the giant wolf.
Oh, yeah.
I choose you, Rattata.
Did you say fast rat special? I love that.
Fast rat special.
So what are you doing, Thrasher? How do you screamed?
Well, once I'm in the air, when I'm almost to this gigantic wolf, I will spend a hit die to become Thrasher again.
I'm going to give you something fun here. So as you're approaching, he opens his mouth wide, as though he's ready to catch you in his ginormous mouth.
Well, that's going to suck for him.
There's a moment where Nox is like,
Ooh.
I hope he can turn back.
Oops.
Yeah, I turn back midair as I'm hurtling towards him and come down with a two-handed axe strike on his stupid wolf face.
Oh, nice. He's ready to open his mouth to bite you, and then you just turn back in and do like an overhead chop onto his head.
Yes.
All right, you get advantage.
Yeah.
He's not expecting it. After this, we'll roll initiative. The other wolves have taken notice, and they are starting to rise as well.
Cool.
For reference, this is more of like the wolves are more of a group threat together. I'm not going to roll for them individually. So it's going to be like something you can deal with en masse in this fight.
Perfect.
All right, so what you got? What's your roll here?
Nat 20.
There he is.
Roll that bad boy again. You got advantage.
Nope, no double crit, but
Damn, close.
I'ma hurt him.
If there was ever a nat 20 moment, that had to be it.
It's max damage, right? Not double.
It's usually just double the dice.
Yeah, double the dice. That's right.
All right, so double the roll. 17.
Nice.
No, wait. 18. I'm sorry. Math's hard.
All right, with a crushing blow, you slam the ginormous wolf's head into the ground, and it starts coughing as though choking on something. And then let's roll initiative.
Demerol got a 5 for initiative. And can I ask real quick, is my motivational speech still active?
Yes.
It lasts 1 hour. Okay.
Yeah.
So that gives everybody 5 temporary HP.
Sweet.
Oh, I crit 1.
What's that put you at?
1.
He got a 2. I got a 5.
I got a 23.
Nice.
12.
Okay, we're gonna roll for the smaller wolves, and then the big wolf. That's a crit 1 for the big wolf.
Big wolf.
Although you don't know that. If you act on that, you're metagaming.
Hmm.
You see the wolf. It's like it's choking on something that it had swallowed, and then it is Nox's turn.
Fucking axe is what it just swallowed.
All right, Nox is going to pull out his scimitar. He's going to activate a blade song, and he's going to charge in at the fat wolf and swing twice. First is a crit fail, and second is a 16.
16 is a hit.
Right.
It's pretty easy to hit this fat wolf.
Yeah. How about a 1? Did a 1 hit?
1 doesn't hit the fat wolf.
Not quite that easy.
And that'll be a booming blade too.
Okay.
Let's see, 8 slashing damage and 8 force damage.
Okay.
And then I prepare. I clench
Oh, for what's coming.
for what's coming.
All right, that's Thrasher's turn.
I rage.
And I'm gonna hit him a couple more times. A 9 and a 17.
17 hits.
15 damage. Yeah, I'm very good.
And I'm going to go ahead and use a reaction to cast Crash. And when somebody else hits something, I can use one of my conductor techniques. They have to make a strength saving throw or take thunder damage.
Okay.
Look at us using spells and abilities.
Mm-hmm.
So he probably failed. He got a 8.
That's a fail. So they take thunder damage equal to half of the number you rolled and be knocked prone. So I'm assuming I roll a d8.
Yep.
That's such a cool ability.
So they're going to take 1 damage but be knocked prone.
What does it look like when you do that?
So right after Thrasher strikes, both my tremolo and Cymbalum pop out of my hoodie. And they're huge fans of metal. You know, they love good music. So whenever Thrasher does anything super cool, they always get excited. So they start buzzing around and they kind of start chasing each other in a circle around my head, doing an imitation circle pit. And then it charges up some energy and just shoots it directly at the giant wolf, knocking him down to his feet.
All right, now it's the wolves' turn. They rise from their positions and begin moving in to attack. They don't necessarily get to attack this turn, but they are rushing in, looking like they're attempting to surround all of you guys.
Kill circle.
Kill circle!
And then it's actually Demarok's turn.
Okay, so they just formed around us then?
Yeah.
How tight are they?
I mean, there's probably a dozen of them in your immediate area.
Like within 5 feet, 10 feet?
10 feet.
How long is my chainsword?
10 feet.
Okay. I'm gonna yell to all my party members, duck!
Where's the duck?
When he says that, I use a hit dice to produce my little purple duck from the mine zone earlier. Here you go, bud. It'll keep you safe. Squeaky, squeaky. And I toss it to Nox. I said, everybody else, get down! Nox, you're good. And I hold my handle on my chainsword with both hands on the handle and just like I'm spinning one of those
Like a hammer throw thing or whatever.
yeah, like I'm doing a hammer throw in the Olympics.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just wildly like turning with
Yeah.
my blade sword.
Cool. Just make some kind of attack roll.
It's a 12 plus 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a 20.
Nice.
Wait, what's my dexterity? Is that right?
You got 20 dexterity?
No, I don't. I was thinking of a different one. That's still a 16.
A 16. All right. You kill a couple of the wolves, and you've given everybody disadvantage against being hit by the wolves on their following turn.
Nice.
Nice. Can I just roll a D100 for damage?
Sure.
Just for fun? I gotta see what it does.
Yeah. Yeah, for fun.
Boom, 93 damage. Knocked out a
Jeez.
bunch of those wolves.
Yeah.
Or as many as Brent wanted me to.
Yeah. So now they'll have disadvantage on their next attack rolls against you when they come in to attack. And now it is the big wolf's turn. He continues hacking and coughing. And then throws something up.
Oh no. Who is it?
It's Nox.
I told you he ate me.
How? But you're here. Ah.
It's a much different looking Nox than the one that you've met. I mean, what does this Nox look like?
You asking me?
Yeah. You know what you looked like, right?
You could ask me.
Is this what I looked like back then?
Yeah.
6'6".
6'6".
Yeah.
Pure muscle.
You met an evil witch, and that's why you're so short.
I'm a half orc. No. He's got like suspenders on. He's got the Urkel look rocking, you know, kind of dorky looking. He has glasses. He didn't even need them, but he wore them. A little timid, hair in the face, the Bieber cut.
And he looks over at the four of you, and what does he say to you guys?
Why does that camel have so many humps?
I was thinking something like, who are these losers?
Oh,
And, who are you? You're so short.
what the fuck, man? Relax. You wear shoe insoles.
Oh, he looks bashful for a moment.
What's going on here? Where am I?
Now respond to yourself.
You got thrown up by that wolf. I don't know if it just birthed you. It looks pregnant. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, that's weird.
Do you think your Nox would help you? This younger version of you?
Probably. Yeah, I mean, he's always, he's been pretty stupid, so he'd probably pull out a sword.
Okay.
Or, sorry, a dagger. He doesn't have swords.
Okay. Other you whips out a dagger and moves to your side. So now you have an extra attack on each of your turns.
What?
You see the wolf beginning to hack up something else.
Throw up a thrasher.
You see something large beginning to emerge from its mouth. It's an enormous leg starting to emerge from it.
Thrasher, it's you. Grab it.
I grab it.
It's Cope's turn, actually. What's Cope's want to do?
Well, I had an idea, but Aaron ruined it.
Why?
I'm gonna do it anyway.
Do it.
I'm gonna use a hit dice to turn into the moon to distract the wolves from attacking my friends.
You're going to turn into the moon
Stop.
or you're going to make a moon?
No, I want to be the moon. That's what I've decided. I'm so sorry, Jared.
All I can think of is the little son from the breakfast cereal, the breakfast
that's-
sandwich commercial. The guy in the costume.
It's just my stupid face on the moon.
2 scoops of bullshit.
I can do something else because Aaron already gave him disadvantage. I was going to try to just do it to distract the pack off the party. Because y'all were doing a bunch of damage to the other wolf. I mean, I guess I could just attack it.
You could. That's true.
What fun is that? I never land anything.
Hey, you do you. If you want to be a moon, you be a moon. No, don't let anybody tell you can't be a moon.
You can't be a moon because you're a star, baby.
That's good.
Does the hit dice take an action?
After you turn into a moon,
No, if I did something different.
it depends on what you're doing. If you're just conjuring something to your hands, then no. But if you're doing something more involved, then maybe.
Okay, I want to use it. Jared will hate this even more.
There's no way you're going to say something that he hates more than I turn into the moon.
Matt, do not challenge him, first of all.
I'm going to use it to conjure another Ring of the Grammarian on my hand.
Huh.
Instead of Wall of Water, I'm going to cast Wall of Tater and drop a bunch of potatoes all around us on the wolves.
See, this is why I didn't want to give it to you every time.
I'm in the brain plane, yeah.
I love it, Tyler. You should keep going with this.
So potatoes are going to rain down on the wolves trying to attack us and create a barrier.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
Or I could be the moon. Y'all pick.
No. I like potatoes are good.
Better than that, yeah.
Not by much, but
Easier for you to deal with than him just being the moon.
Yeah, I'm going to create a tater wall.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Uh-huh. Please do go ahead.
I can read what the spell says.
Deal with this crap.
A wall of taters.
30 feet long, 10 feet high, and 1 foot thick of potatoes.
Do they just fall into like an interlaced like Lincoln log?
Yeah, it's like a brick wall of taters.
Of Titans.
All right. Do you say something as you do that?
What is there to say, Brent? What is there to say? What could words do in this situation that he hasn't already done?
I don't have nothing to say.
Hark, what light through yonder window breaks titers?
It's rain and spuds. Hallelujah.
I guess funny enough, I am also a camel. So,
Yeah, forgot about that part, didn't we?
yeah, I just tilt my head back and spit a wall of potatoes out of my mouth.
Why not?
Why not?
Uh-huh.
don't send us to the brain plane if you don't want walls of potatoes.
Okay. All right. The wolves.
Yeah, defend
They're-
this, Matt.
The wolves are confused.
I'm
And-
confused.
Just the wolves, though. Nobody else.
Yeah. Yeah. What the fuck is going on?
This is all very normal.
Okay. And then it's Nox's turn again.
Okay. So now there's a wall of potatoes around me.
That's right. I assumed you didn't completely enclose you guys in. Left an avenue to attack the big wolf from, or
Yeah, no, I was just trying to keep the pack of wolves at bay
yeah, I got you. Okay.
You'd like to think that, wouldn't you?
so that we can focus on the big one and whatever's coming out of his mouth.
All right, your back is to the potato wall.
Backed up against a wall of potatoes.
You've never been backed up against a wall like this, and I mean a wall like this. I mean it's made out of potatoes.
Seriously, never.
That might be a first in D&D history.
You said there's a leg popping out of this thing's mouth.
Yeah, a large leg.
Is it humanoid? Does it look familiar? Is this a familiar leg?
How shapely is it?
Roll a history check. Parentheses leg check.
All right, let me roll a leg check. It's an 11. An 11 leg check.
There's something vaguely familiar about this leg.
How many knees it got?
Just one knee.
All right, that's normal. Normal leg so far.
It sounds trustworthy.
It's very big though. Like 6 inches wide. No, that's not that big. More inches wide. 12 inches wide, but
It's a tiny leg.
6 inches. My feet aren't 6 inches wide.
Feet or leg?
His foot itself. But
Oh.
it's bigger than 6 inches anyway. 12 inches.
Yeah, you've said that before, haven't you?
Oh, I swear, don't check, but it is.
Hey, it's average. It's average. Look it up.
Okay. I'm gonna do what Nox does and jump on the back of this thing and try to just, keep away from its weird mouth and just stab the crap out of it.
Okay.
Not literally. I don't want it to poop.
So as you try to get on top of it, it will try to claw at you with one of its enormous fat paws.
That's fair.
That's a 26.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, that hits. Sitting over here with 22 AC thinking I'm hot shit.
Wait. Is this the fat wolf?
Yes.
It has disadvantage because I hit it and it did not attack me.
Oh, yeah, and it was prone. And I gave it disadvantage.
Oh yeah, you gotta mention your spirits and stuff.
There are spirits, by the way.
It would have stood up on its turn.
Okay, cool.
But he does have...
I don't know how shit works. I'm just yelling stuff.
So you don't need to use silvery barbs because of Thrasher's rage, though.
Thank God. I mean, thank Lash. I'm so sorry, God.
So let me make another roll, and that's a 15 to hit.
That is gonna miss.
So it fails to claw you as you scramble up its fur.
Like a squirrel monster. Absolutely. Both of us, the two Noxes.
Call back.
Then we're just gonna stab. So that's a 28,
Hit.
an 18,
Hit.
and then I get to roll for my other guy?
Yeah.
Do I roll like my old school stats?
No, just treat it like a normal attack roll for you.
And 21.
All those hit.
Are the other wolves close to us? Or I guess there's a wall of potatoes in there.
There's a wall of potatoes, yeah.
Okay. So I'll just use another booming blade.
This is a great game.
So that's going to be 14 damage, slashing, 7 damage, and 8 damage, all slashing, and then another 8 force damage.
So with a trio of thunderous strikes from you and yourself,
Me, myself, and I. I think that other one's just going to be Big Me.
you thrust your blades into its back. In doing so, it continues to cough up whatever it's coughing up, and it fully vomits it out, and an ogre comes out.
Oh shit, it's not you, Thrasher.
Nox, you remember this ogre.
Oh no, we fought this in the bathroom. It stormed the castle one night. We had to go rescue Andy. She was crying in the bathroom.
Oh, my God.
I
No.
love you.
Don't you mean Mabel?
No, that's the Sable name. She was a person.
I know it's closer to Myrtle, though. I was just trying.
Well, it was Hermione they saved, so.
Yeah, it was Hermione.
Yeah, Hermione was crying, but Myrtle was also crying.
All right, let's cut this. This is the next thing we're going to cut.
No, we have to get Harry Potter trivia right. Or what are we doing here?
I will have a panic attack if it's wrong.
He will. I've seen him.
The ogre, unlike yourself, Nox, looks pissed. And I'm going to roll a new initiative roll for an ogre.
He's not behind the potatoes.
I'm sorry I made a giant wall of potatoes.
No, you're not. Don't say that. You're not.
Own what you did, at least.
Live in your horrible truth.
I did it.
All right, now it is Thrasher's turn.
I hit the wolf again.
You do? Okay.
Should I do something else?
You get the ogre.
You should climb on its back. Get on the ogre's back.
Dude, it's your funeral, man. Whatever you want to do.
Convince the ogre to fight for us. Turn into a moon.
Should I hit the ogre instead?
I should have turned into the moon.
We could fight more stuff it spits up if we hit it.
Now, I looked it up, and wolves howling at the moon is actually a myth.
Hey, shut up.
Shut up, yeah.
It just happens to be night.
Yeah, shut up.
No, let's just shut up.
Hey, you were quoting Wikipedia facts at us last time.
That's true.
You're ruining magic. I was creating it.
Good thing I went with a giant wall of potatoes.
Yeah, I can't hear you through all the potatoes anyway.
Should I hit the wolf or the ogre?
You do you, boo-boo.
Actually, there's 3 wolves would have been howling at the moon.
Well, not really at the moon. It's just dark outside. And they like to howl.
All right, Thrasher. Did any of that help you decide what to do?
Not at all. First, I'm gonna yell, "Let's open up this pit," and then my axe catches fire,
Nice.
Oh,
and then I'm gonna hit the wolf again, twice, probably. Assuming a mod at 20 hits, that's 2 hits.
yes, both hit.
33 damage.
Ooh,
Jiminy Christmas.
Big boy damage.
Yeah, that was a nasty. Oh wait, sorry, I forgot the fire damage.
God.
1d6, I think.
Add 3 more.
36.
I feel good about that one.
Give us a visual of your spirits again so that everyone can remember what happens when you rage.
The band pops up. They're shredding. Something tries to hit you instead of me. They're jumping in front of it, like playing a wacky solo. And of course, the spirit thrashers that are just moving equipment around,
Rock on!
acting like they have some sort of knowledge. You know, they're plugging stuff into the back of speakers. The guitarist is coming over, like, dude, fuck off.
Plugging them into the potato wall.
He saw one of those YouTube videos one time where
Dude,
somebody,
I
like,
was just about to say it. God damn it.
they turned a light on with a potato, so they're like, oh,
Infinite
free energy.
Save the planet. One potato at a time.
I will save this planet that I hate.
Brent, if we ever go to a concert, please have all the equipment run off of potatoes.
Copes, you're still a camel, right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Okay. All right, it's the other wolf's turn.
I think it's my turn, right?
You go right after the wolves do.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So, man, the wolves have to deal with a mountain of potatoes.
Yeah.
10 foot tall.
10 foot tall. 1 foot wide.
You can't necessarily see what they're doing, but they're going to roll to overcome this challenge somehow.
Hey, just, I don't want to break the match, but what roll are they making right now?
Let's see.
Hey, shut up.
Acrobatics.
Also, Tyler, we absolutely have to cover Wonderwall as Taterwall now.
Oh my gosh.
I've never learned that song on purpose, and now I have to so that we can do Taterwall.
After all, there's a
You're my
tater
wall.
All right, you start to see some wolf noses poke through the wall. It looks like they're eating the potatoes.
And they hate it.
What would that sound like?
Go ahead, bro.
What would it sound? What would it...
Go get a potato.
No, come on. Yeah.
Guys, don't worry. They're going to need a nap right after this.
Yeah, you can just hear the sounds of eating around you as they feast upon the potatoes. All right, and that's the wolf's turn, I guess. And it's Demarok's turn.
Was this in your notes, Brent? Did you have any of this in your notes?
Wolves can be distracted by...
Tater walls.
The tater walls. So once a day I can cast suggestion. I don't have it written down that it can't be casted on someone hostile towards me. Is that a rule?
I think it takes...
It says one action.
Creatures that can't be charmed are immune. See,
I wrote down most of it, but I didn't write down anything like that.
if you or any companions damage the target, the spell ends.
Correct.
Yeah, that's about...
I don't think there is. So I want to cast... What's sexy? Dimrock pulls out a violin and starts playing some like beautiful, like sensual music.
Did you just say what's sexy?
Yeah.
Is that what you said? Okay.
Yeah, he wants to... Well, you see, he wants to cast suggestion on the ogre. Was that sexy?
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about what you're going to suggest.
So he's got to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, so... I guess I don't see a reason why this shouldn't work.
I'm not going to do anything crazy. Just roll it.
If this was in the real world, it probably wouldn't work, but we're in the brain plane.
Why wouldn't it work in the real world?
They don't have to understand you. Ogres don't necessarily understand common.
I use a hit die to speak ogre.
No, that's why I'm saying in the
Boom.
brain plane. In the brain plane, she doesn't know about ogres necessarily.
Okay.
She just accidentally summoned one. Didn't accidentally summon one.
Oh, so she's summoning these things.
Did not do it.
Okay. All right, so roll, see if he makes a wisdom.
So he got a 14.
No, that's a fail. I got 16.
Nice.
It also says at the end of this thing, you can also specify conditions that will trigger a special activity during the duration. So I suggest a course of activity limited to a sentence or two. Ogre, if you see that anyone attack my friends, sacrifice yourself for them.
Damn.
Or I want to, so, or just jump in the, take the hit for him. So he's kind of like a sentry now.
Asking the creature to stab itself, throw itself into a spear, immolate itself, or do some obviously harmful act ends the spell. But you can do it. It'll do it, and then the spell will be done.
Yeah, that's perfect. One-time use. I got it.
All right.
And then as a bonus action, I cast Bardic Inspiration on Copes.
All right. It looks at you and nods solemnly in the way only an ogre can to its master.
I throw my hands up in a loop and I say, whoop, whoop, ogre. Does that make no sense?
Yeah, no, I like it. I like it.
I throw my hands up. I say, oog, oog.
Okay.
Well, I was an ogre. I wanted to let everybody know I was an ogre.
I dig it.
When I was growing. Thank you, man.
All right. The giant wolf vomits up something else. What is another hazard or threat that you had to deal with at Outcaster Isle, Knox?
The waterfall.
People used to love tipping over porta potties while you're in there.
You kind of mentioned it earlier. What about the giant octopus and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes they climb the walls up to the city and
Exactly.
vomits up a live monster octopus that starts thrashing around wildly.
It can't breathe. It's out of the water. It's dead.
Octopus is going to live out of the water.
Shut up.
Everybody knows that.
So what does a monster octopus look like? Does it have like a rhino horn or something?
I've seen a monster puss in my day or two.
Oh, no.
Hell yeah, me too, baby. What up?
Oh, God.
That thing's got teeth.
Jiminy Christmas.
All right, its tendrils, monstrously sized, are hooked at the ends with little spines that grab into you, and you can imagine they probably use it to like rip your throat out or something like that. And it's got 2 horns on its head,
So cool.
scaly hide. And now I'm gonna roll for the monster octopus to see when it goes. All right, it is now the giant wolf's turn. It's going to try to attack Thrasher with 1 attack.
Bring it on.
Mama wolf?
Yeah. So he gets a 21 to hit.
Ha that hits.
It bites you with its enormous jaws. You take 21 damage.
Ow.
It is bludgeoning or piercing.
I thought it might be, so 10 total.
10 total damage. Roll a d10 for me.
Oh, my God.
Uh-oh.
Please be a 1.
8.
Uh-oh.
What's this? You forgot the last 24 hours.
Probably.
Yeah, you still technically did forget it. I assumed they had just filled you in
Yeah.
so that you were no longer confused.
Well, he was like, yeah, I'm used to this.
My justification, that was okay, Thresher doesn't know what's going on, but things are attacking, so he's just kind of going to roll with it and swing that axe. Swing that axe, girl. Sorry.
You forgot the context, which makes this situation make sense to you.
All right.
This is a really weird one. The last one was strange, but this one's really weird.
There's no explaining what's happening.
Yeah, to put it in context, there is a 6-pointed camel behind you that is surrounded by potatoes with wolves gnawing through the potato wall. You see a giant fat wolf in front of you that has an ogre and a giant octopus in front of it. And you see 2 different Noxes riding on its back, stabbing it in the neck.
Just another day at the office.
Well,
And apparently you're raging, so apparently you're pissed off. You can feel that you're raging for some reason.
yeah, I can feel it flowing through my veins.
Now it is the ogre's turn while you're confused.
Yeah, I want to imagine he's just like taking a football stance. He's on his toes, arms spread out, and he's just bouncing in between front of Thrasher and me and Nox and Cope.
Okay, he looks like he's struggling internally with what he's supposed to do, but yes, all right, he's standing there ready to take some damage for somebody.
Hell yeah. He's like a soccer goalkeeper. He's gonna dive for the ball, you know?
Okay, now it's Cope's turn.
All right, I'm gonna use the hit dice. Can I use the hit dice to shift out for free?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay, I'll use the hit dice to shift back into Copes. And then I am going to stick out my Terrence stick, extend it 20 feet, and bite the wolf with my T-Rex.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And it's glowing, right?
I think I said that the T-Rex stick rolls at a +7 to hit.
+7 to hit. So is that plus proficiency or just +7?
It's got its own proficiency.
Okay, so D20 +7.
Yeah.
And I always miss when I try to do something normal, so
This is not normal, but
19.
19 is a hit.
Nice.
Let me look this up real quick.
What are you looking up right now? T-Rex head stick
I'm looking up the damage of a T-Rex bite thing.
on a 20-foot lighted pole.
Whip out my lightly glowing rod with a T-Rex strapped to the end and shoot it 20 feet forward to bite a wolf.
All right, so the bite attack does 4d8 plus 7 damage.
48.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty good. Dope.
Jesus.
+7,
Yeah.
so 31.
31 damage. This thing looks pretty hurt now. You guys have done a significant amount of damage.
And I say, finally, Terrence, you've done something in this podcast since I tamed you.
And what do you try to retract it or something afterward, or?
It doesn't work like that.
I'll say this, you try to retract it, he doesn't let go.
Okay.
He's like,
Let me ask you this, Brent. Can I move still?
I mean, yeah, as much as the 20 feet leash that you've kind of got lets you.
Yeah, but I still get my movement.
Wait, oh yeah, you turned back into Copes. Yes, you still
Yeah.
get your movement. Gotcha, yeah.
How close is the ogre?
Like, I don't know, like 20 feet or less away. 15 feet, we'll say.
Can I try to trip it?
if you hurt him, he's not a sentry for us anymore.
That is true. But also, it was an action to attack with the Terrence rod.
I know, but if I have the rod and it's attached and it's a giant pole and I'm allowed to run.
Okay, you could, let's see, just roll. I don't even know what to make you roll for that.
Will it end my spell though?
You can say no. I'm fine with that. I'm just thinking.
I may just give him like disadvantage on his next roll or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care either way. I'm just trying to utilize what I got in my hand.
Well, don't end my spell.
You can get in his legs and it might have a chance to trip him, after the spell wears off or during it or something like that.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. So what do I roll for that?
Just roll a strength check, let's say.
16.
And I'll actually roll the ogre strength too, since he's pretty strong. He did not pass. He only got a 10. He had 6 to his strength rolls. So he's like off balance, we'll say,
Okay, cool.
from your glowing rod that is attached to a wolf.
A T-Rex.
A T-Rex, which is then attached to a wolf.
And I'm gonna yell, Thrasher, I did it just an attack.
As you're holding a 20-foot stick with a T-Rex on it.
I'm a weird guy.
Are you proud of him, Thrasher?
And Thrasher doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah, I have no clue what's happening right now. I don't know that the camel's you for certain.
Oh yes, that's great.
He's not a camel anymore.
You could probably surmise.
Yeah, if I know Cope's voice. Of course, I can't remember his name.
Way to go, Dave.
Yes.
Jared, you're supposed to be proud of me. I finally attacked something.
Jared's proud of you.
I don't feel that way.
Thrasher just doesn't. I'm waiting for my turn so I can just sit down, essentially. I'm going to pull a Tyler and just sit on the ground.
So next move is Nox's turn.
Okay. How big's that octopus?
This is the questions I like. You gotta ask questions.
No!
Like vertical height?
I mean, just the size.
There are actions you can do in this game.
You have to know details, Jared.
If you had to relate this octopus to another something that's real in the world, what would you say it's the size?
What could I compare?
Is it the size of a bus? A hot air balloon.
No, it's like the size of like a V, like its head is the size of a VW bus.
Jesus.
Like a V6.
How many jelly
V6.
beans?
Yeah,
I think hot air balloon is perfect.
that is pretty good actually. That's a good.
Okay. Okay. Obviously, this mouth is a problem. I'm gonna try to shove the other Nox back in the mouth to plug the hole.
Going sideways.
I'm wearing off on him, boys.
We had an ogre, and I'm gonna shove other Nox back in the mouth and then cast enlarge and try and plug the hole.
Did anyone say
Yes.
this is my swamp to the ogre yet?
No.
No, he hasn't attacked us.
Fuck.
Maybe he'll say that when he saves us.
I gotta look up a Shrek voice.
What do you mean you gotta look up Shrek voice? You know what Shrek sounds like.
I feel like Brent has to look up way too many things.
This is my swamp.
I have other ways of doing this. I don't know why this felt right though.
No, that's great. I would want to hear this happen.
Brent, it's easy. Watch.
Donkey!
It's that easy.
Jared's gonna do the ogre voice.
Okay, so I hop down in front of the wolf, and I reach a hand back to other me. Hey, Nox, come on down here. I have a plan.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you got something? Come on.
Okay, do you trust me?
Of course I trust you. How could I not trust you?
Okay, just stand right here in front of the mouth, and then I shove it. Plug the hole. Plug the hole.
Okay, make a.
Yeah, Brent, what? Yeah, what? What does he make? What does he make, Brent?
Just make a roll. I can't even think of what stat you'd add to this. Make a roll with proficiency added, and
Oh, please, come on, Dice Christ, help me. It's a 9 plus 3.
9 plus 3.
Use
All
that
right.
Bardic.
All right.
Already did.
Lie about it.
So we'll say you're just shoving Nox yourself in there, and he's like, "What is he saying?" As the wolf is trying to clamp down its jaws on him, and other Nox is angrily attempting to keep it from doing that.
He's like holding the mouth open inside of it.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, he's clogged its mouth up for the time being.
I got the wolf under control, guys.
Guys, we gotta beat that puss.
Oh, the octopus. I was like, what?
All right, and now it's Thrasher's turn actually right now.
Thrasher looks all around him. Has no fucking clue what is going on. Slowly puts his axe back into its axe hole and starts backing away from everyone. All my spiritual guardians look real confused.
Thrasher, are you charging up? Are you charging up?
Do you look like Demi right now?
I do.
I can't remember what anybody looks like,
I do. I am myself.
Everybody looks normal now.
but I don't know your name anyway.
I'm Gloomin. You do know me. I'm Goomin.
No, I don't.
That's the guy that was the caterpillar earlier.
There was a caterpillar?
He lost all context.
How could you forget about his chrysalis, Thrash?
I just keep slowly backing away from everybody. He says,
I'll be over here. We'll figure this out later. Have fun. People.
Thrasher's pretty overwhelmed, it seems like.
Yes, I love it.
I hate it.
Hey, buddy, you always take the lead. I think we got this one.
Go on, dragon feet guy.
Monster Octopus begins thrashing around. That's your
Hey.
thing, Thrasher.
He instantly enters a rage kit.
And makes an attack roll against everybody.
Oh, nice.
I don't think that should be against me, to be fair, though.
Why?
I don't know, just to be fair.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Just to be fair.
Alright, Copes gets attacked first.
Why?
Not one. Damn it.
No, he didn't want it. That was me.
Against Nox, that is a 17.
No, that's a miss.
That's fucking crazy. Oh, it's because of your blade song.
That's
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
You're supposed to be easy to hit. You're a terrible wizard.
Yeah, I know. I got a 22 AC right now.
Against Demarok, that is an 11. That's, I'm sure, a miss.
That does not hit.
And then against Thrasher, who is backing away. Man, fuck this octopus, man. He's garbage.
I mean, I'm backing away without a weapon. It's probably got advantage, right?
I love you, Jared. Nat 20.
Oh, no.
Oh, Jared.
Oh, God.
So Thrasher's backing away, kind of overwhelmed, and then a monstrous tentacle wraps around him
And I'm not raging anymore since I didn't do anything last turn.
and deals 12 damage to you and has grappled you and has got you lifted up.
Oh!
So you're backing away, and then a tentacle just loops around you, bringing you right back into the situation.
Love it.
You can't escape this.
Now it's Wolf's turn, and then it will be Demarok's turn after that. The wolves continue breaking through the potato wall.
D&D is a weird game.
It's the best.
All right, and they successfully bust through.
Nice.
They munch on all the potatoes. Some of them don't attack because they're so full of potatoes.
Carb load.
Yeah.
A couple of them get through and attempt to attack Andy and Kit.
Oops.
Nat 20.
Oh, my God.
Next one, and a 19 for the
Oh,
next
gosh.
attack.
Oh, no.
So I was imagining Kit was getting the nat 20.
I can't die.
Kit gets bit for 13 damage.
Kit gets bit.
Kit gets bit. And as Kit is bitten, his body just starts to dissolve and he fades away.
Oof.
Andy goes, "Who was that?
That was Kit. That was your brother.
Who?"
Oh, shit.
And Andy is also bit. She cries out in pain as it bites on her. She doesn't dissolve like the rest of them, but you see that the large fat wolf begins to grow in size as she screams in terror.
Oof.
And then it is Demarok's turn.
Okay. I have a question. So I have counter charm, which,
That's one of your techniques, right?
yeah, I do a performance, and creatures have advantage on saving throws against being frightened or charmed. That doesn't happen to us that often. Could it work against the effects of the wolf's bite? I can read it. I do a performance that lasts till the end of my next turn. During that time, you and any friendly creatures within 30 feet of you have advantage on saving throws against being frightened or charmed.
Oh, I think that's oddly appropriate for this.
Okay.
That sounds useful.
Is it a reaction?
As an action.
Okay.
So it'll be my turn.
It'll give her a benefit on the next turns.
Correct.
Totally. Sounds great.
Okay, bet. So it says I start a performance to create this counter charm. So I think I'm just going to mimic the octopus as best as I can. I get my arms and my legs real wiggly, and I'm like, "Woo, over here." And I try to do some octopus sounds. Like,
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
something like that, maybe.
And all the fear washes away from everybody. How could you not?
The visual was pretty good too. I'll give it to you.
And then I'll go ahead and cast a bardic inspiration on Thrash. Hey, bud, I know we just met, but Gloomin loves you, and this is some extra power for you. And I pull out a drumstick and just like point it at him in a real cool way, and it shoots a little bardic inspiration at him.
How do you react, Thrasher, as you're being squeezed and slung around by an octopus tentacle while wolves are biting through a mountain of potatoes while an ogre stands like a goalkeeper protecting people?
And a man who once was a cocoon just hit you with a magic spell.
That should be the episode title. That whole thing.
I can't wait to hear you recap this episode next week.
It's just lots of screaming and confusion.
But you were uplifted a little bit.
Literally by an octopus, yes. You raised me up in your 8 tentacled arms.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
That was great.
All right, it's the big wolf's turn. It is attempting to bite onto other Nox and swallow him. And it clamps down, crushing other Nox.
I feel so bad now. He ate me again! Son of a bitch!
After you shoved him into his mouth.
And he tries to claw at you, Nox.
Hey, you really put your foot in his mouth, huh?
You're still next to it, right?
Yes,
So that is a 17.
that is a miss.
Fuck! Gotta give these guys way higher hits to roll.
Yeah, you're gonna have to try to fuck us up.
I spent the entire last fight inside of a void.
That's true. Okay,
is
good
true.
point. That's fair. That's a good point.
But we're getting proficient. You got to come at us, bro.
I guess I will, man. Let's see. So it swallowed other Nox, clawed at that, and now it is Ogre's turn. The Ogre is still under the effects of the thing. Damn. That's too good, but okay. I accepted it already. I can't take it back. The Ogre stands at the ready for you guys to actually be hit by something.
You know, you could create like a meteor storm or like 100 more monsters or anything.
Well, I was trying to, but it knocks through Nox in his mouth.
Oh yeah, that's right. Good job, bro.
I made a sacrifice.
But I'll say this. You do notice that some of the wounds on the big wolf healed when Andy cried out in terror.
No, that's so scary to me.
That's the end of the episode. No. Okay, now it's Cope's turn.
Okay, so an octopus has Thrasher.
Yes.
I feel like I need to free our boy. But I'm still attached to the wolf, right?
Yeah.
Well, you could let go of the pole. You just
Yeah. You could just let go, but yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna attack the octopus and try to get him to drop Thrasher.
Thank you.
Now how I'm gonna do it may surprise you.
Go on.
Oh, I know what I'll do. So, can I hit the octopus while I'm still holding onto my rod? Am I that close?
With what?
My tickle stick.
Yeah. I mean, well, you're 20 feet away, so you'll have to get within whatever your tickle stick range is. But yeah, you can do that.
Okay, I run back over to get within tickle stick range.
Okay.
Now let me re-lick this thing back up because I can't remember exactly what it does because I've not used it.
I
yet.
got you. It makes 3 attack rolls with a +9 against the monster octopus. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm gonna tentacle this tentacled monster.
I'm gonna tell you, he's got 15 AC.
Okay. So those are +9.
That's all. Those are all above 15.
15, 17, 18.
So they all hit?
They all hit.
That does something, right?
It sure does. It does a d6 damage per hit.
Okay, so let me roll that. 13. And then it does something else if they all hit.
It basically wraps around it. I mean, gives it decreased movement, disadvantage on dex saving throws, can't use reactions, and it can only take an action or a bonus action, but not both.
It has to make a save though.
Yes, it has to make a Constitution saving throw, which it will make now.
15.
Fail.
So it has a disadvantage on dexterity saving throws and can't use reactions.
Yeah, you basically got it wrapped up, and it can only take an action or a bonus, but not both.
Nice.
Gotcha. I'm about to show you some gay hentai. And then
For our listeners who don't know, gay hentai.
Hey, it's in straight hentai too, bro.
You may find information on gay hentai by entering that into a Google search and then clicking on whatever comes up.
Or come over to the Discord.
Linktree.com/thedhcast.
You join our Patreon, you get access to our tentacle form.
No.
All drawn by Mark D. Smith.
Get to work, Mark.
That's the end of the episode.
That's the end of the episode.
Yeah,
I
that's
think.
the end of the episode.
Get to work, Mark.
I know the ogre didn't talk. Now it's doing an outro, and it sounds like Shrek.
I like the ogre idea.
Okay, but Jared feels like he's gonna be better at doing the open.
Yeah, Jared should do it.
I forget how to do a Scottish accent, so it's going to be a bullshit accent instead. I'm just saying that so you all know that that's what I'm
We
doing.
don't
Just
care.
say the donkey line. That'll get you into it.
Donkey!
Jesus
Oh
Christ.
God! Damn!
That'll
Sorry.
that'll do, donkey.
Sorry.
That'll do, donkey.
All right.
Oi there! Thank you for listening to Discount Heroes. It's me, the ogre. I know I didn't talk during the show there, but here I am now to say thanks. If you want more, come find us on the Discount Heroes Discord channel. We'll all be there. Especially me, the ogre.
Linktree.com/thedhcast.
It's up the link tree. You heard him say it, alright? Come on back. Every Thursday. New episodes. You've heard it 100 times by now. Well, 57. That'll do, DM. That'll do.
Discount heroes were questionable results.
What? Oh, yeah. Listen to Discount Heroes with questionable accents and always guaranteed.
That's right, mate.
Shit, everybody take a drink.
Everybody take a drink.
Take a drink. Cheers.
Yeah. So as you wrapped, you got to say something, man. You're wrapping it in your own tentacles or whatever. There's definitely a line there, right?
It's weird and oddly sexual.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about it up to this point.
Suck on these tentacles.
Someone can help me.
Hold on, I'm looking up the best. I found an article: 45 best tentacle puns and jokes.
Yes, baby. Let's do it. Let's give him a good one. Let's brainstorm it though. You got suction cup?
Prepare to see something incredible.
That's terrible.
That's no good.
I have my own tentacle.
That is so bad.
No, don't look it up. We're better than that. Use our brain.
I'm also well armed.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Decent.
Maybe you could play on the Jared always screams he tried to bite my friend.
He's trying to suck my friend.
Nope. Yep. Yep.
So good.
He's sucking on my friend.
There's not very many good tentacle puns.
That's because we're the first, baby.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's tentaclastic.
They're all just popsicle jokes. And just for reference, so you can understand, he threw up something beneficial because he got nat 20 hit by Thrasher.
Oh. Tyler, start the Zencaster too.
Do a rhyme like I did that one time. It was more fun.
You got to get on this faster. Start the Zencaster.
We did that already.
Brent wins.
I really
didn't
want
know.
some Shasta. Can you start the Zencaster?
That was fucking not as good as I was hoping.
That was better.
I think that soda still exists.
That's my second Adventure Zone reference of the night.
I only know it because Fry drinks some of it while he's playing the in Space Invaders game against the Omicron Persei.
Against the Space Invaders?
No,
Yeah.
the Omicron Persei I ate.
Yeah.
I had a Fresca the other day.
Was it fresh?
Pretty good.
You know, I had a brisk the other day.
Was it brisk?
They cut your penis off?
It made me think of Celebrity Deathmatch.
That was good. I like that.